Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 5, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the Yamaha R6s. From the Yamaha R6 standard versions from the 2002 model, 2015 and 2019, and of course the two RM versions available as well, the 2002 RM and the 2019 RM. So today's video we're going to be discussing the best Yamaha R6 in Ride 5. So up first we have the Yamaha R6 from 2002, and the performance points index for this one being fully upgraded is at 718. This is actually the lowest performance graded bike within this list. So we can expect two things here. This could either be really slow or it could be very stable. And I will tell you one thing right now, it is very stable. It feels fantastic. Oh, just downshifted there a little bit too prematurely, but this bike feels really good. I have used the R6 in the previous games, such as Ride 4 and Ride 3, but this model, I can't say I've really used that much, so I'm keen to see how we get on. I'm not looking to try and set ridiculously fast-paced lap times. I'm more so looking at what is a enjoyable R6 to use, what's most reliable, and also what's fast as well, because of course it's all very well and good having a bike that is super fast, but if you can't stay on it, then I would have to say that's a much worse bike, because being stable, being comfortable, and being able to attack when necessary is important for a 600cc machine, and especially the R6, which is probably the top of the 600cc class. That might be controversial, but as far as I'm concerned, it is one of the best 600s within Ride 5, regardless of which one you choose. But of course, this one being the standard version, it is going to be at a slight disadvantage when it comes to speed, acceleration and sheer power compared to the likes of the RM versions, which we'll see towards the latter stage of the video. Now, something I also will have to mention and to bring up, because I think it's important for transparency, is that I'm starting off with this bike here. So the more we do this track, the more repetition, the more playing of Ride 5, the better a player one will become. So I do have to take that into consideration, that the R6 from 2002 is up against it in a slight disadvantage, because this is the first bike out there. I'm getting used to Ride 5 again after playing quite a lot of hours on MotoGP 23, so it could be a little bit unfair to the R6 from 2002, but it's really not that important. It's a computer game, we're having fun, and this is to determine my personal favourite of the Yamaha R6. But what I would love to know is if you guys were to try something very similar, or if not the same thing, and let me know which Yamaha R6 is the best for you. And of course, let me know in either my Discord server, the link is in the description down below, or even let me know in the comments section right beneath this video. Either or, I will be reading the comments, and I'm keen to find out about your opinion. Now, as we get across the line, that's another improvement, so that's 3 solid laps in a row. A 51 seconds 6/10 is pretty decent. I don't know if we'll get into the 50 seconds, hopefully we can. I don't really know what our true potential is here today, but I'll keep an eye on it for the rest of the video, because of course we're going to be doing a lot more laps of this one, and I guess I need to really explain how many laps and which version we'll be using. So everything is fully upgraded on each of the Yamaha R6s. Now, of course, the RM versions are already maximum performance, so you can't be touched. But everything is on medium tyres. Everything is completely stock settings. Nothing has been changed. And everything else will be exactly the same. All the electronics will be the same, and the track and weather conditions are all identical. But we will get across the line now to conclude our 4th lap. I'm aiming to do 5 laps in total. Look at that! Missed out by just 1/1000th of a second. So this Yamaha R6 feels very solid, and so far pretty consistent in the terms of lap times. Now, I do feel I can go a bit faster. I think I can pull out a few more tenths, but I don't know if I really want to push too much. But we'll try a few different things, because I know I've been upshifting up and down quite early here into the snake part. So I'm going to stay in second, and hopefully for the change direction we don't... No, we probably do need to maybe change the gear. Either or, we'll figure it out as we go, but feedback right now, it's really positive. I like this R6 a lot. If you would say to me, just pick an R6 and go for it, I'd always probably go for the 2015, but I do like this one a lot. It feels good, feels really good, feels really solid. So across the line, it is an improvement to a 51.467. So those are my lap times for the Yamaha R6 from 2002. if you want to pause the video to take a better look, you can do now, but if not, let's move on to the R6 from 2015. So now then, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Yamaha R6 from 2015, and this has a performance points index of 729. This has been a record my favourite Yamaha R6 to date, whether it's real life, whether it's because of its aesthetics, or whether it was playing in Ride 4. And I've got to say, this transferred across to Ride 5. I love this R6, it's just stunning. This particular combination of colour and it's just awesome. I could gush about this Yamaha R6 all day, but I won't, because we have a job to do, and that is, of course, 5 laps here in the Suzuka East circuit with the medium tyres on completely stock settings. So let's see how this first lap holds up. Across the line now, and it is a 51.467. I think that was either identical or very similar to the lap time we just set on the 2002 R6 a moment ago. Now, something I did mention earlier in the previous R6 was the fact that we are going to be getting better as this video progresses, but instantly I can tell you that this R6 doesn't feel too different to the 2002 bike. It feels very similar. Familiar, but fresh, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more powerful, it has a little bit more give up and go, or get up and go, should I say, but ultimately it's a solid motorcycle, and I think I'm going to try and not be biased to this R6, because as I say, I do very much favour this one out of all of the others. It just feels really good. Very responsive, easy to chuck in the corners, and just a relaxing ride. Even though you can put in some good lap times, it doesn't feel like you're going to go too crazy. And there's an improvement again, up by 99 thousandths of a second. Now, as I do have the opportunity to speak, I do have a quick thank you to Sergio23 as... Oh, I should have been paying attention. My apologies, so that's our first invalidated lap time of today's video. But yeah, I wanted to give a big shout out to Sergio23 for, of course, making the suit livery and my helmet livery, but of course, even suggesting this video in the first place. This was his idea, which was in the video request section of my Discord channel, and he wanted to see the R6s over the years. So with all 5 R6s going head to head, this is a video courtesy of Sergio23. So a big thank you to the Belgian ace for his long commitment of the DrAce channel. But of course, if you have a suggestion like this and you want to see a combination of bikes, then again, definitely let me know in either the Discord channel or even in the comment section down below. It's entirely up to you. I'll definitely read them all, so yeah, just drop in your comments and I'll read them. But anyway, into the first corner this time around. Whoa! Little bit out of shape going in the right-hand side for the first corner. Not as bad as the first one, because of course we went off track, but still a little bit loose going into turn 1, but now entering the snake for turn 3 and then to turn 4. Tight as you like going into the apex there. Always tend to run onto the curbs and rumble strips, and look at that, up by 1,000th of a second in the first and only split of this very, very small track. And now to the left hand side for turn 7. Quick change direction into the right hand side, really abusing the curb there for the 8th corner. And now to the right, we'll bring on the power. I think this could be a 50-second lap time here, ladies and gentlemen. Across the line, it is not, but it is an improvement by 1/10 of a second. So we'll have one more go at it with the Yamaha R6 from 2015. So let's see what lap time we can produce. Into the first corner, still hanging off the right-hand side of the Yamaha. A little bit early on the power. I don't really like to run on the curb there, but I think it's worked out well. Probably a criticism with my own riding. I don't use enough of the track sometimes. And I think that was a prime example of me actually using it, but we lost 1/10.5. Can we claw it back? Can we get the 2015 Yamaha R6 into the 50-second bracket? We cannot be that close without getting into it. So here we go, into the final part, keeping it as tight as you possibly can to the apex. We'll bring on the power, and hopefully once we get across the line, this is the 50-second, not quite. Oh, we missed out by 1,000th. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the 5 lap times from the Yamaha R6 from 2015. 5 very consistent lap times, only a deviation of 2/10, and 1 invalid lap time, of course. Now, if evolution is true, this Yamaha should be the fastest out of the sport categories. This is the Yamaha R6 from 2019, and this has a performance index of 735, 6 more than the Yamaha R6 from 2015. So, in theory, this should be the fastest sport bike. we should be having the best lap times with this R6. But will it work out that way? I guess we're about to find out. So into the snake, we already look quite fast, and into the left-hand side, we are gaining 0.3 of a second in that split. This could be the first 50-second lap time, and I've got to be honest with you, I'm not even sure if this is just me getting better at the circuit or me getting used to the Ride 5 controls again. I think this Yamaha is really, really rapid. It feels fantastic, and I've got to be honest, it sounds good as well, and it just sounds fierce. And across the line, it is the very first 50-second lap time, our first sub 51 second within the Suzuka East course with the R6. So good things are happening for Evolution, but will it mean that it can go quicker than the RM bikes? That part I'm not too sure about. But I will say that this bike feels good. This is the first time I've used the 2019 Yamaha R6. Had to buy it for this video, and so far so good. But is it more reliable than the R6 from 2002 or 2015? I don't know. It still feels very solid. It feels a little bit more jittery compared to the others, but I guess that makes more sense because we're travelling at faster speeds. We're on the limit a little bit more. It feels solid though, really, really good. And across the line, this is, back into the 51s. So was that first lap a bit of a fluke? I guess we're about to find out with 3 more laps to tackle. And of course, guys, if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It does help out the channel, and this video took a long time to make, so I would appreciate any form of subscribers and any form of likes as well. It does help out the channel, and of course I am pretty close now to 10,000 subscribers, so I would really appreciate the extra push before getting to Christmas. If we can get to 10k before Christmas, I'll be a very, very happy man. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it. But of course, bigger things to talk about today's video. We don't need to be thinking too much of that because we need to focus on the R6s. So lap 3 was pretty good, or at least it should be pretty good as we get across the line. So onto the power, and across the line, it is not an improvement. Down into the I keep saying 1 minute, I'm so used to saying 1:51, but this is a 51-second lap time that is not impressing us right now, because once we got into the 50s so effortlessly, I expected us to be doing that all the time. But clearly that 0.3 of a second deviation in the first 3 lap times, it's going to be difficult to beat and go lower as we go really tight to the apex area. Now into the left for the snake corner, losing 60,000th of a second, pretty consistent at this point in the first split of Suzuka East course. Now to the left hand side, the front end chattering there, was protesting actually, wanted to go, but thankfully it held on board, and it did. It decided to trust DrAce on board the bike there, so thankfully it stayed on. But across the line, it is again a 51-second lap time, losing 60,000th of a second, not able to get back into the sub 51s. Could we do it this time? Hard on the brakes, downshifting all the way to second gear as we keep it in tight to the split of the apex. Hard on the power. We're going to launch in anger to the left hand side for the snake, and just as you get onto the rumble strip, you've got to turn in early to go into turn 4. Back on the left hand side of the tyre. Oh, we've gained time, 72,000 of a second. The Marco Bezzecchi number of time. Now into the left. Is this going to be enough? Is this going to be an improvement on lap 1? Here into the right hand side, the 2019 Yamaha R6 is about to cross the line, and it is an improvement of 58.34. So there is your result, and the final result from the sport versions of the Yamaha R6. 5 laps on screen now, you can pause it if you want to, but now it's time to move over to the RM versions of the Yamaha R6s. Back in time we go. We now go to the Yamaha R6 RM from 2002, and the performance points index for this one is 758. Again, everything is the same, stock settings, stock setups, nothing has changed, and medium tyres for this one. And let me tell you already, it does feel a bit snappier compared to the standard version. Not night and day, but the gear obviously have changed as well, so I'll probably have to be a little bit more quicker on the gear changes. This is a faster motorcycle, and into the 27 seconds already for the first split. But what my curiosity is peeking at is the idea of, will it be better than the sport version of the 2019 R6? I guess we'll find out, and I do apologise for saying Yamaha R6 for this video so much, but there's no other way I can say it without describing it to you. So across the line, it is a 51.5. That is about where we ended up with the 2002 Yamaha R6, but will the 2002 Yamaha R6 RM be much faster for the rest of the 3 or 4 laps we have available? I do feel really confident though, really solid with this. I like this a lot. Again, I've not used this bike either before, but it feels really responsive. Actually, it's a bit slower there going into the snake. I felt like I made the mistake going into the first part of the snake corner. That's where I felt I really lost the time. Going into the final bit, we'll get onto the curb. Actually avoided it quite nicely there as we now go to the tight apex. I do consider dropping down to first gear for that final corner, but I think it just feels more smooth to say in second. But across the line, it is an improvement. It's a 51.2 and we found 0.3 of a second there. Nicely done. And now back onto the power and onto the brakes. Into the first corner. May I remind you as well, guys, we've only had one mistake in this. Wow, can you believe that? Oh, wow, okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this is a point of consistency. But I was, oh my god. I was just about to say we had one mistake, one invalidated lap with the Yamaha R6 in 2015. And just as I said it, I did the same thing. I was able to commentary curse myself. I didn't even know that was possible. Well, that was just foolish. We actually gained time there, but of course this lap time will not count. But as long as we stay consistent, I guess that's all that really matters. But a small mistake there will cost us dearly. And across the line, I think that might have been a sub 51 second lap time. It fills me with confidence to know that we can do that, provided we don't make the same mistake again. And now into the first corner, going for that really wide, sweeping line. And very tight to the apex again. I don't know what it is, but I'm turning in a bit too early. I think this bike just moves a little bit quicker within the corners than the sport versions. I guess that would make sense with it being the RM. Got to make a point of it being different, and we're up by 0.3 of a second. This could well and truly be the fastest lap of today's video. But will it dethrone the Yamaha R6 from 2019 Sport? That was a very fast motorcycle. Now into the right hand side for the last corner, aptly known of course. And bring on the power across the line. It is a 58.01. I think that is just marginally quicker than the sport version of the R6 in 2019. I'll have to check again in a moment. There's been a lot of lap times. It's hard for me to remember which is which. But for now, into the second corner, I think we're trending to go even faster here. This could be, I'm going to go out on a whim here and say maybe 50.5. Let's see what happens. Into the snake, coming out to turn 5. We're up by 0.5 of a second. We're up by shaky burn number of amount of time. And now into the left-hand side from the anti-bank curve into turn 7. And then to the right for turn 8 for the double apex right-hander. Keep it in, keep it in, keep it in, keep it in. And then get on the power. Is this the one? Is it? A low 50-second lap time across the line. It is an improvement to 57.01. So that there is your Yamaha R6 from 2002 RM, and so far the lap times were very good. A deviation of about 0.8 of a second, so not quite as smooth and as competitive as I once thought it would be. But now, quite possibly, for the star of the show, the Yamaha R6 from 2019. Let's see it. So here it is then, guys. I am expecting this one to dominate. Will it though? Will it be comfortable to ride? Will it be enjoyable? And will it be that fast? This is the Yamaha R6 RM from 2019. It is a performance index of 797, so it completely demolishes all of the others. But will it be that much faster? Already it feels way more aggressive. Does it feel that much faster? I don't know. Well, clearly it is. Wow. In the first split, we're rocketing in this one. It says 27.2. It's very fast. And I've got to say, it's quite stable. This could very well be the best version of the R6. I hate how it's sort of worked out that way, because I was expecting some sort of surprise. But across the line, yeah, it's our fastest lap already. It's a 50.334. It's a rocket ship. This is a very, very fast Yamaha. And it feels really good. It honestly feels stupendous. No issues, no complaints with the doctor here. I think we found our best Yamaha R6 within the one lap. Oh, I really wanted the 2015 Yamaha to win. Now, I'm not going to rank these, but I would say that this one is probably, yeah, by far the superior one. Again, consistent pace, going into the 27.2s, into the first split. I don't feel like I'm doing anything particularly crazy. Whoa, the front, oh, the front, whoa, wow! Okay. Alright then, okay, we have to take this into consideration. This is interesting. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong there. I was just into the corner, I felt really comfortable. The front started to chatter. Ooh, okay. So when this bike stays upright, we're looking at a very solid, competitive Yamaha R6, but it dropped the ball. I honestly felt like I didn't do anything wrong there. Alright, this is left it interesting now. What would you guys do? Do you think that we should take points off? Not like there's a point system, but again, the front end wanting to drop. Now, I know a lot of you guys in the comment section will be saying, well, DrAce, change the settings, change the suspension, change the setup. We could do that, but I have no faith in any of the setup changes within this game, so I probably won't be doing it. But I'm keen to see if you guys can fix those little bits of chatter and problems with the front end, because that's twice I've found that now, and both times, well, the first time was a crash, and the second time had my heart in my mouth. But so far, I'm going to have to take major points off that. My favourite would be probably the sport versions, but talking RM, it's by far superior than the 2002 version, but the 2002 version felt clean, felt really smooth, very soft. This one, I don't know. It's put me off that now. It's really disappointed me. I was so confident with it. But those small moments, that's when it really takes your confidence away. We are going quicker, but can we stay upright into the penultimate corner? Now onto the left-hand side, keep it in. Not bad. I guess it's if you just go really tight to the apex, that's where the R6 doesn't really like it, but I'm stuck now, guys and girls. I really wanted to say this one, but now I'm a little bit unsure. Across the line, it is a 52.67, so it is an improvement again. But I don't know. I'm none the wiser now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Which is your preferred Yamaha R6 to use? Which one from your feedback from watching this video would you determine the superior Yamaha R6? I guess on merit, I guess on speed, this one's got to be top because it is extremely fast. I'm just a little bit disappointed with those two small crashes, or at least the first crash and then the mistake on the anti-bank curve. That's kind of put me off a little bit. It really has, but I guess you can't fight the true potential of lap times that you could be doing with this R6 from 2019, the RM version, of course. But across the line, it's not an improvement, and that therefore ends our run of today's video. But guys, there it is on screen right now. This is your 5 lap times with the R6 RM from 2019, and that concludes the video. So I don't know if we have a superior R6. I've got to say I like the 2015, pure bias, but the 2019 RM is probably by far the fastest, but it is a little bit unstable. Make that of what you will. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.